settle down. Take it easy. What the scallop?
Oh, Goofy Goober! You're a Goofy Goober! We're all Goofy Goobers! Goofy Goober Goober!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Garage Podge, where we are in the midst of March douchebagness. And we have got some results. And Kyle, what's going on? Kyle's here.
I am here. Believe it or not, I am here. It's great to be here. There was some. I'll be honest with you, John. I'm a little torn up about how the first round went.
Yeah, round one had some shockers, some heartbreakers.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's an understatement to say the least.
Probably. I know the most surprising to us was the Punxsutawney Phil.
I don't want to talk about it.
Scar pulling it out over PP.
I mean, I don't like to be like this, but the people are uneducated on how bad Punxsutawney Phil is.
Truly, clearly they weren't listening when they voted.
Right. They weren't really reading
Yeah.
it. They saw, Scar from Lion King. Oh, Punxsutawney Phil. They probably don't even know who Punxsutawney Phil
No.
is, even though he's pretty much ruined their lives pretty much for their entire life,
Yeah.
basically.
He's the saddest.
But, I'm not sour about it, Like,
This is the saddest raccoon out there.
fuck that gerbil.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
All right, moving on, though.
The closest race we had was the Cosby.
Fucking Cosby and the Kardashians. Who
That
knew?
was highly contested. Who knew?
I remember just receiving multiple updates. I went back and forth for hours, and then finally we had a decision. And who won, John?
Bill Cosby pulls
Bill
out.
Cosby pulled it off. Just wonderful
I
stuff.
think the reason I was having so much confusion is he slipped something in my drink.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you wake up with your pants off?
I was confused as to who won
Oh,
because he didn't want to win.
he really,
Yeah.
that's slippery.
You got me, Bill.
with the pudding pop.
And in the end, who else did we have out there? I mean,
All right, so let's just kind of.
Goodell was a landslide.
Oh yeah, big
yeah,
time.
there wasn't even a
The
contest.
only two landslides I remember seeing in this tournament right here were Roger Goodell just pretty much routing Mr. McMahon.
I don't even think. I mean, Mr. McMahon might have had 7% of the
Yeah.
vote. I mean that. Was,
Another, pretty much unanimous one I'd say was Subway Jared just throttled the Can You Hear Me Now guy.
yeah.
And,
Subway Jared is bad, and people know it.
Another great one was kind of a little underrated was Mike just absolutely
Yeah.
destroyed Willie.
Yeah, that wasn't even a
I
competition.
feel people kind of saw that and they were offended. They were like, "How could you even like?"
right?
Right? you
Like,
know?
that was an easy win. You might as well have just advanced Mike. We should have got a week 1 bye week and just advanced him into the next round.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we had to put Willie in there though. We
Yeah.
gave him a shot. But
Yeah, he tried.
Willie didn't even make it out of first round. And again, I'm still on the
Yeah.
fence. I'm on the fence if it's a good or a bad thing.
I don't know if you want to win the Garage Pod True bracket and then not go any further.
That's
that
a good point.
Is that maybe what you want?
Hopefully, somebody like Edison or, I mean, I'll tell you this much though. I mean, the history people, that's going to be like the most exciting part of this next round here. I mean, next round we got Christopher Columbus going head to toe with Genghis Khan, and then we have Andrew
And
Jackson.
Those are two bad motherfuckers.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be hard to pick, and we haven't even really gone over what happens in the event of a tie.
Right.
But
right.
Andrew Jackson's going head to toe with Thomas Edison, your best friend.
Yeah.
And
honestly,
I don't think Thomas Edison's making out.
no. Thomas Edison needs to make it up.
Nah, no way.
He is arguably the worst person on this bracket.
Okay, now I know we are running the bracket, so that's your unbiased opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, then
No influence there.
Right.
But he's the
absolutely.
worst person. On
I mean,
the
not that it
bracket,
matters. I
and
mean,
you
I
should totally
put
vote
I
for him.
put my 2 cents in on Punxsutawney Phil, and it went nowhere.
The biggest upset for me in round 1 was Cat from Cat Dog. I mean, I know
Yeah.
Gabe from The Office was bad, but I mean, Cat just wouldn't let Dog live his life, and
That's
I thought
true.
that was
I mean,
BS,
John,
man.
you filibustered long that night when we were trying to come up with this bracket. I mean, you were like, you filibustered for Cat, basically. I mean,
I felt like
you threatened to leave Garage Podge over Cat being in on this
I
list.
felt like Cat should be on the list.
And I mean, just to be on the list, I mean, is a big deal. Just to be involved
Right.
in this is a big deal.
Right.
Your name's going to go down in douchery.
Right.
But I mean,
Absolutely.
that's what I mean. It's like I made it into the second round, which I mean, I was up against Quinn, so
Yeah, I also made it second round.
that was obvious, though.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah. Against Blake. I mean, Blake. You know, I mean, Blake is kind of a dick. So.
But whatever, I pulled it out.
Right, you pulled out the victory. I mean,
And,
that's the thing. It's like you win, but
But you lose.
you lose.
Yeah.
So I mean, but yeah, for the next round for the Garage Podge crew, I mean, we got me going up against Mike. So that'll be quick.
I don't see. I see, you know,
That'll be more like, you know,
Yeah.
I'll be asleep and then Mike will come in my room, put a pillow over my head, and put a bullet in my head.
Yeah.
Like it'll be, you know, quiet, quick.
Yeah.
You know,
don't see-
it'll be pretty.
I don't see you making it out of that
No,
round.
I don't think so either.
And then me versus Matthew.
I gotta say, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I could see a Mike Matthew championship game there.
But I could also see very equally. I could see a lot of people just being a dick and then making me and you go into the final round for the Garage
or me
Podge
and
crew.
Mike.
Or you and Mike. That would be nice. That would be nice to see too. I pretty much already know how I'm voting. So
If anybody should prevail out of this asshole bracket of ours,
Mike,
it's Mike.
yeah,
no doubt.
big time.
Not that we're saying you should.
No,
vote for Mike.
unbiased, but Mike will definitely make it.
And then the only other real close race in the first round was Hamburglar Voldemort. With Voldemort
that was the sport.
pulling
Every
out.
time I looked at it, Hamburglar was winning, and then just that asshole, he who shall not be named, pulled it off.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was really Hamburglar. He's a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face facts. The guy stole hamburgers. He stole, and there was an argument made that, well, if Hamburglar's on the list, then Cookie Monster should be on the list. But no,
Nah.
because Cookie Monster, he wanted to spread the wealth of cookies.
Then he had an addiction.
Everybody,
all right?
yeah,
That's just
he
you
was
can't
like, it
go
was like
there.
he might as well have been like Coke Monster.
Right.
or
Well,
shit,
no,
you know.
he was more like, you know, just, you know, he was addicted to cookies. He couldn't help that.
Yeah,
You know, an addiction is different. Okay, Hamburglar's just a dick.
Hamburglar. He could have went without hamburgers or
Yeah.
just bought the hamburgers.
Right. There was, you know, Ronald
Instead, he stole
McDonald,
the hamburgers.
Grimace, you know, all those guys. They were all just, you know, trying to live their lives. And here comes Hamburglar, you know, just
Give
stealing
me that
shit.
cheeseburger because I'm a fucking asshole.
Right. I mean, no matter what, he has a special place in hell reserved for him.
Yeah.
So that's all that we
He
can.
will go down in
take
history.
solace
Even
in
though
that.
he didn't advance, he will
Right.
go down as a dick.
Right. So, all right, and then we also have Martin Shkreli pulled it off against Suge Knight. So yeah, it was
Yeah,
pretty-
not too surprising there. I
Yeah.
mean, that guy's an asshole. So is Suge Knight.
Mhm.
But Suge, if you're listening, I didn't say that because he might kill us.
Yeah, but you'll probably just you know, you'll end up in Cuba or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was looking into it. I
He
don't
might,
know.
he might give us AIDS.
Yeah.
You know, he might easy us.
Hot take.
Yeah, hot take, hot
Wow.
cakes. Speaking of hot cakes, what do you expect in the second round here?
So yeah, in the second round, I mean, well, just by going off of implication alone, Dennis Reynolds, I just put Dennis Gallagher on here. It's definitely Dennis Reynolds.
Yeah.
Dennis Reynolds,
Yeah.
and by the implication
Little
alone, he's definitely gonna beat Scar, and he'll be in the
I
final.
don't know, dude. People really don't like Scar, man.
I don't know what it is. I mean, Scar was a dick, yeah, but he was like not the favorite son, so it made sense. You know, he had a
Right,
chip
like
on
he had
his
a
shoulder.
reason in that. Where Dennis,
Dennis,
Yeah.
Dennis is just a dick.
he just thinks he's the shit,
Yeah, you know, it's
and
just
that's
like,
that's bullshit.
yeah, I don't know. I think Dennis is gonna make it. He's gonna go places.
I think you're gonna see Jared Subway pull it out against Cosby. I really do.
I don't know.
There's just
I
something
mean, it's
telling
pretty. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it, but it's pretty much one against the other. They're pretty much the same. But
me. Yeah,
what they did, I think Subway Jared actually might win. So.
yeah. I think he might win.
Yeah.
And Goodell, honestly, I think he's gonna pull it out because everybody hates Roger Goodell.
Yeah.
I can't even his name. I don't even want in my
It's
mouth.
like the battle of the hard names to pronounce. You got Martin Shkreli and Roger
Yeah.
Goodell.
And Goodell, or Shkreli, I don't feel like people probably don't really know who he is that much.
Martin
So,
Shkreli?
yeah.
He's a dick.
He's a dick, but
Pharmaceutical
everybody knows
dick.
Goodell. Goodell's gonna come out on top.
Yeah.
Hot take. Anyway,
Bot take?
well,
Is that a new version of hot
robot
take?
take.
Robot take, huh?
Hot take.
That's just your programming.
Hotcakes.
That's your programming telling you what's going to happen on that
Right.
one. All right.
And
So can you compute the results of this for me, John? Or
beep boop beep boop beep beep beep. Thomas Edison wins because he's the biggest dick alive.
I hate you so much.
If Tommy E, if he don't win,
I don't know what you're going to do. Are you going to
Honestly.
filibuster again if Thomas Edison doesn't win?
honestly, I might. I'm gonna think about it because
Listen, if he loses to Andrew Jackson, I mean, it's going to be a well fought.
that's gonna be a
Yeah.
gonna be a battle.
See, I think you think that's going to be a battle, but I think the biggest matchup going into round 2 is definitely Christopher Columbus and Genghis Khan. Two old European, mainstays are going at it. Powerhouses, and it's going to be
one claimed to discover America and brought smallpox to a bunch of people.
Pretty much killed a bunch of people in what we call
And the
America.
other one raped and killed everybody.
Yeah, so they're pretty much the same person, but just, one was English and Genghis Khan was, what was he, a Mongol?
He was something.
I don't know.
That people don't
I'm no
like.
scientist, but that's what I thought. But anyway, so, yeah, I
I'm
mean,
no scientist,
if
but
I had to pick right
we're
now...
related to him.
I don't know if you are, but I'm not. I don't think I got any con in me. But, anywho. So basically, I'm just going to give you my rundown of who I think is going to prevail here, okay? So, in the next round, my hot take here, it's going to be Christopher Columbus v. Andrew Jackson.
Wow.
It's going to be Mike versus John.
Ooh.
It's going to be Roger Goodell versus... I'm going to go Bill Cosby. I think Bill Cosby will pull it off. It's going to be Roger Goodell versus Bill Cosby.
I got to agree, and even after that, I think Roger.
I think he might prevail on that too.
Yeah.
And finally, I think it's going to end up being Dennis Reynolds versus Voldemort. Wow. Although Gabe from The Office and Voldemort, if you put them side by side, they might be the same person.
Really,
Gabe is pretty
Dennis
pale.
versus Voldemort?
Yeah, I think so. I think
I don't know, man. That's tough. I think you're gonna end up with a Scar versus Voldemort at the end of the day.
Oh man! All right,
And then that's gonna be a tough race. Scar versus Voldemort.
I don't know, man. I think it just might be I don't want Scar dancing anymore.
Yeah.
Although he beat Punxsutawney,
he did kind of have a reason to be a dick.
Right.
Well, that makes him even more of a dick because he
That
beat Punxsutawney Phil.
Mm-hmm. So he is more of a dick. So,
Right. You know what? Scott
Again,
can go for the win.
Again, it's do you want them to win or lose?
Well, I think I don't know, man. It's tough.
We didn't think of that when we
It's
started
tough.
this. But yeah, so John, give me your rundown. So you said Voldemort versus Scar.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have Voldemort versus Scar.
What do you think for modern day?
I think we're gonna end up at the end of the day with a Goodell Cosby. I agree with you there.
All right, and then what about we'll do history first. So
All right.
Thomas Edison versus who?
Yeah, I think we're gonna end up. Yeah, exactly. Thomas Edison versus Chris Columbus.
Yeah.
And I think Tommy E comes out the window or
The window? Because you hate him so much you want to kick him out a window.
He comes out the window at Christopher Columbus.
You don't even know what the fuck you're
strangles
talking
him
about.
for the win.
Okay. Anyway.
I think Mike prevails over your race, and I think I'm hot cake. Speaking of hot cakes, I think Matthew's gonna win our round. It's gonna be an Eminem
Oh, an Eminem final challenge there.
championship game, and with Mike prevail.
All right. One last question, John.
All right.
I don't know if I asked you this last time. I think we might have gone over it. But after round 1, if you had to pick one person right now, which I kind of probably already know the answer, who wins the entire thing? Who is the biggest douche in the universe from those who remain?
Those who remain.
Yeah.
Thomas Edison is the worst human who has ever walked the face of this earth. Okay?
All right.
If I could go back in history and I had 2 bullets, okay, I was in a room with Thomas Edison, Scar, and Mike, I would shoot Thomas Edison twice, rip his head off, reach down his throat, blend his insides with my fist,
My God.
and feed them to his kids if he had them.
Holy shit.
Because that's the type of treatment he deserves.
That's some deep, dark shit. You should probably talk to a therapist. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and give you what I think.
Hot take.
That's a hell of a hot take. That's a gruesome take.
Hot take. Hot cakes made out of Thomas Edison. Kyle, what do you got for me?
Oh, God. All right, I'm going to go. I think this is a tough one, man. There are people I want to win, but then there are people I think are going to win. I think Roger Goodell is going to make a run for this right now. Because
He's gonna punch through.
People just have a vendetta for Roger Goodell. I mean, you could put, hot take here. You could put Hitler and Goodell up against each other. I think Goodell would make a run for it.
Yeah, probably.
You know, I mean, that's why...
Hitler's dead and gone.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like Hitler. I mean, no matter what, that's why he's not on here. Because
Right,
it's
'cause
like if Hitler goes up against Punxsutawney Phil, you're like, I'm kind of a dick if I don't pick Hitler.
Right.
You know? So that's why you didn't make it.
I'm
or
either
any-
voting for a skunk or like a guy who killed millions of Jewish people
Right.
and others.
And others. Yeah.
So,
So it's
yeah.
like, that's why
It wasn't even really fair to put him on.
But
the list.
I'm
But now, if Mike and Hitler go against each other, I vote Mike every time. I'm just saying.
that's...
Hot take.
You got
again.
some deep shit going on, man. But, all right, so do you have any other final things that you want to say, John? I mean, I'm pretty much...
That's it for me, man.
I don't have the hatred that you have for Thomas Edison. And
Just
I
get
know
out and vote.
This is supposed to be an unbiased opinion, but okay.
Unbiased, but vote for Thomas Edison.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, get out and vote. You can vote on Twitter and Facebook. We're at Garage Podge on Facebook, and on Twitter we're at yo_Garage Podge. We're going to be releasing... what do you think we're going to be releasing the next round? We're kind of decided. We're not sure if we want to do them all at once or kind of split them up like we did. We kind of had some analytics we're going over, and
Yeah.
it seems we got a lot more responses.
So
on
we're
the
either
weekend.
gonna do it all like we did this time, or we're gonna do them all on Saturday, and you have to get your voting in throughout the weekend.
Right.
So then, come Monday, we can get this stuff out to
Right.
the people.
And I
'cause
just
the
want
people,
the people
the
are
people are who drive us to do things
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And I definitely want to propose this to our listeners too. And anybody who hasn't listened yet, I definitely I really want any feedback you have. Really, I want to
Yeah.
hear it. You know, if you
Send
have after you hear this and you're like, you know, you should do it just on the weekend. I'd like to hear that. I'd like to hear if there's something we can be, improving on, and if it's advice, we'll take it. I mean, if it's criticism, we'll tell you to go fuck yourself.
Right.
Not really. No,
We'll
gonna take-
listen to it, but
yeah,
fuck you.
No. So we take any feedback. We want you to repost, share, retweet, anything. We want to get the Garage Podge name out there, So
Yeah.
we definitely appreciate everyone who voted, and we hope you vote again. We just, for whoever we want you to, who's your guy, tweet us who you're voting for,
Yeah.
or put on Facebook.
Who do you want to win the bracket?
Right,
You know Thomas Edison should win, but who do you want to win?
Despite that, what I want you to do is I want you to go on Twitter or Facebook, whatever. I want you to put who your vote is for the biggest douche in the universe, even if they're not on the list. I want you to go on and put the hashtag GaragePodge at GaragePodge.
Boom.
That's what I want you people to do.
Boom.
So I want to see some feedback here, okay?
Hashtag it.
Yep. So,
Boom.
yeah, that's all I got, John. Any last words you have for the people out there?
That's it. I hope everybody has a great day, a great week, a great weekend,
Yep.
and get out and vote.
Yep.
Have a nice day.